A lot has changed in the world since the last time that we were on a trail. The repairs have been made to our Hummer, but the world hardly resembles its former self. It seems like a distant memory, though it was really just a few months ago. But once we loaded up our H3, things started to feel right again. Our world seemed to be returning back to normal. Our concerns seemed to vanish in the dust behind us. And once our tires touched dirt, we remembered why we overland. The smells and the sounds triggered the memories of other trails we've camped on, and we found ourselves telling our favorite overlanding stories. The memories started coming back to life once again. We've been down this trail before. We've been through the tunnels and over the bridges. We've seen the canyon walls and the creek, but this time it felt new. It just felt right. And this time, we brought some friends with us. Friends from Miami for their first ever overlanding trip. Over the years, we have had the joy of taking several families out for their first overlanding experience. It always seems to start out the same. They're a little bit uncomfortable and out of their element. But with our gear set up, it was time to start dinner and get introduced to our new campsite and let our friends settle in. A good dinner with good friends has a way of doing just that. And after a while, something amazing happens. What was once uncomfortable becomes soothing. The lack of cell phone service gets forgotten and even appreciated. The worries of the world's news goes away, and the beauty of our surroundings takes over. Something new that can now be appreciated. As night set in the canyon, it began to get sleepy. The darkness was the perfect backdrop for glowing children.
Look at me. Still, Mommy. I didn't use that white thing.
The quiet is a reward for the drive, and the darkness delivers a front row seat to countless stars, while the sound of the creek seemed to wash away all the things in life that don't really matter. In the morning, the sun came up and lit up the canyon walls and painted them with new colors and shadows. And the smell of fresh ground coffee and breakfast was right on time.
What do you make for us this morning, babe?
Coffee.
Natalie typically cooks for the three of us, but this time we were 8. 8 mouths to feed, 8 ideas for the day, 4 cups of coffee, and 4 kids who were ready to explore the canyon. There were endless things to discover. Rocks to balance on, trails to follow, and a brand new sense of adventure. Springtime in the Rockies. It brings out all kinds of new life. It seemed like everything was in bloom. There were flowers everywhere, and all of the trees were covered with new growth. Thousands of caterpillars were waking up and looking for their first meal. We had to stop for a minute and imagine all of the butterflies that would be flying around the creek in just a few weeks. The cold, melted snow somehow provided the perfect home for creatures that we've never seen before. We explored the canyon and played in the creek all day. And every once in a while, we took a few minutes to sit down and just enjoy the sounds. Before sundown, we were all exhausted and in need of a good night's sleep. The next morning came, and we took a few more hours away from our reality, a few more hours away from our new world, a few more hours in the world we have grown to appreciate a little more each day, a world that we miss.